Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from Whitaker Bank Ballpark. This is the Battle of the Bourbon Trail. I'm Andrew Murphy, alongside my color analyst, Joel Bennett. Tonight, the Freedom are in town facing the Leyendas de Lexington. Start out with your starting lineups for the visiting Florence Freedom. Craig Massey leads off and is at shortstop. Simon Whiteman, the second baseman, batting second, and batting third, the third baseman, Chad Cedillo. Batting fourth and at first base, Logan Wyatt. Cesar Trejo in right field, he bats fifth. Batting sixth, the left fielder, E.P. Reese. Batting seventh, the DH, Johnny Knight. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Brian Dancero. And batting ninth and catching for the Freedom is Lucas Owens. Taking a look around in the field now from left to right in the outfield for the Leyendas. Cole Sturgeon in left, Ben Revere in center, Duran Elmore in right. Around the horn from third to first, Drew Ellis at third base, Luke Becker at short, Cullen Large at second, and Luke Heyer at first base. Cole Cottom taking care of the catching duties. He's catching balls and strikes from Zach Westcott. The right-handed pitcher stands at 6 foot flat, weighing in at 185 pounds, out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. In his last appearance on September 2nd versus the Lexington Legends, he threw 5 1/3 innings, giving up 7 hits, 4 runs that were earned, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. And his season totals read 27 2/3 innings with 27 hits, 15 earned runs, 9 walks, and 27 strikeouts. He's 1-3 with an ERA of 4.88. And of course, I'm joined in the booth tonight by my color commentator, Joel Bennett. Joel, thanks for being with us this evening.
Well, thanks for the invitation to come back, and I took you up on it, and I just had a blast the last time that I had a ball game with you. We had a good one-run game, and the guy that was on the hill pitching, Zach Westcott. This will be about the third time I've seen him this year.
Yes,
and,
sir.
You know, he's a guy, he's got to hit his spots. He's got to hit his spots and have some good defense behind him, but he can pitch you a good game, early especially.
He certainly can, and we'll see how he comes out of the gate against the shortstop, Craig Massey. Now, the Freedom are here as they have been through the weekend. The first pitch down and in to Craig Massey, taken for a ball. But when the Legends were in town against the Freedom in this 3-game weekend series, they took the series 2-1, with the Freedom coming out at the end of the weekend with a towering 9-1 lead as Craig Massey takes a strike on the outer half. It's 1-1. Massey hit a double, walked, and flied out 3 times. 1-1, swing and a miss. Foul tip, rather, into the glove of Cottom. That'll run the count to a ball and 2 strikes.
It's only one batter, but Westcott, he's aggressive. He's in the zone, throwing all strikes. He's pounding them in there.
That's exactly the kind of pitcher you want to be out of the gate. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with the breaker, down and in, 1 away.
You know, a lot of times, as you will tell, Andrew, these guys are 5-pitch type pitchers. You wonder if they show them all early. Generally, you want to keep some stuff for after the second time through the lineup, but that's one pitch they'll see quite a bit. He takes something off, that curveball, and it was a good one for him there.
So Massey is retired on swinging strikes, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Simon Whiteman. Simon Whiteman also played in Sunday's game, where he reached base twice, once on a single and on a walk. He scored in both those innings. The first pitch to him, off speed. It's a curveball at 72 miles an hour on the outside corner, taken for a strike.
Almost came back with that same pitch. He's working quickly.
A 1 doubled up there, but missed downstairs. Now a ball and a strike. 1 man out, nobody on. Simon Whiteman, the righty, in the box. Hard hit line drive past Becker at short, rolls into left field. Whiteman is aboard at first with the first hit of the night for the Florence Freedom.
Zach Westcott working very, very quickly between the among these first 2 hitters. We'll see if that's the rhythm he wants to establish.
So no score here in the top of the first with Whiteman on first base. Chad Cedillo, the third baseman, steps in on the left side. Heyer covering at first base. Whiteman with a short lead off the bag. Righty Westcott fires the first pitch. It's fouled back to the net. That one was high enough I thought it was coming in towards us.
We have to make a play, bust out some skills here.
I would have left that to you, sir. It's 0-1 on that foul ball to Cedillo. And Westcott comes set with another one from Cottom, who's set up low and outside. A chopper, foul down the first base line, will move the count to 0-2.
You know, when you look at the defense that's set up, Andrew, Revere playing, I would say, a pretty shallow center field. He obviously feels good about his range and skills out there.
His range and skills have been a showcase all season. This one skied to left field. Sturgeon trailing near the line in the left field corner, and he makes the catch. 2 gone. But yet Revere, from most of what I've seen from Revere, he really hasn't had the layout for a lot of baseballs. He's certainly been agile in his route to certain difficult grabs. Nothing too tough, but he's certainly shown his speed and agility out there in center field, and it's just been a thrill to watch. But
yeah, he likes to play it shallow, and that's what he's comfortable with.
So 2 gone. Here's Logan Wyatt, the lefty first baseman. Takes one high. Fastball misses just a touch. 1 ball, no strikes. So Whiteman's still on first base. 2 gone. No score here in the top of the first. Logan Wyatt looking at a 1-0 count as Westcott comes set and deals. Breaking ball, rather, inside. Missed the zone. 2 balls and no strikes.
Tried to drop that one under the left-handed batting Wyatt's hands with a runner on first being held there.
Westcott pitching in, but out that time with a fastball. 3 balls in a row to Wyatt. Wyatt in his last game here at Whitaker Bank Ballpark grounded into 2 4-3s. So it would make sense that Westcott wants to pitch in and try for an easy out to the right side as he takes ball 4 upstairs. It's a 4-pitch walk to Logan Wyatt. So Wyatt's awarded first base, and Simon Whiteman will advance to second base. First runner in scoring position on the night for the Freedom. As there's no score here in the top of the first, Cesar Trejo, the righty, steps into the box. Middle depth, he's back in the box in a straightaway stance. Westcott peeping from behind his light brown glove, now comes set. Glove at the waist. He's working on the rightmost half of the rubber. The first pitch to Trejo. Called strike 1 on the outside corner, 0-1.
You know, you got to think Trejo's wanted to see one. He threw 4 straight balls on 3 different pitches, and that time he bears a strike across.
Takes a look back at Whiteman. Hefty lead off the second base bag. 0-1. Curveball tried for the corner again, but missed. 1 ball and 1 strike.
If you notice the stride Trejo had, he was out in front. Had that met the strike zone, as you mentioned, he might have got that ground ball he's wanting.
Westcott gives Cottom the nod. Comes set and deals the 1-1. Another breaker, this time well low and away. Cottom shimmy to his right to block it from rolling to the backstop and hold the runners. So 2 balls and a strike now on Trejo. Trejo did not appear in the last game on Sunday. He did, however, play on Saturday and went 2 for 4 with an RBI. This one is launched deep to left field. Sturgeon watches that one soar. Trejo takes it to the porch. It's a 3-run shot here in the top of the first. Freedom up 3-0. There's a tongue twister for you.
Well, I tell you what, I could have been very predictive with that. Of course, 2-1's always a good hitter's count, and we hadn't seen Westcott get the fastball over that often. The 1 strikeout he got was on the off-speed breaking pitch, and he'd worked Trejo mostly curveballs away. That time he got a 2-1. He didn't want to work it full with 2 on base, but man, he's down 3-0 now.
So he'll try to tighten things up here to E.P. Reese, the left fielder. Lefty-righty matchup now. Infield playing straight away, as is the outfield. The first pitch to Reese, off speed, missed down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 delivery. Nick to the inner half of the plate, evens up the count at 1-1.
He's throwing a lot of pitches here in the first inning. By my count, 17 pitches thrown already.
1-1. Swing and a miss. Got it to chase the outside changeup. Now a ball and 2 strikes. He's not taking a whole lot of time between pitches either. He knows what he wants to throw, and he's got good communication with Cottom behind the plate. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on the breaking ball downstairs, and the side is retired. Freedom put 3 on the board, courtesy of Cesar Trejo, taking it to the bleachers and left. Leyenda's up to bat. We'll have their starting lineups for you when baseball returns on the Legends Broadcast Network. Back inside Whitaker Bank Ballpark, Andrew Murphy and Joel Bennett with you. Happy Wednesday night, everybody. Freedom up 3-0. They took a lead in the top of the first on a Trejo home run. Here are your starting lineups for the Leyendas de Lexington, who have a chance to battle back here in the bottom of the first. Ben Revere leads things off and is in center field. Cullen Large, the second baseman, batting second. Batting third, and at third base, Drew Ellis. Batting fourth, the catcher Cole Cottom. Luke Heyer at first base, bats fifth. Cole Sturgeon, the left fielder, bats sixth. Batting seventh, and at shortstop, Luke Becker. Webb Little, the DH, batting eighth, and Durant Elmore, the right fielder, batting ninth. Take a look at the defense for the Florence Freedom. E.P. Reese in left field, Brian Dancero in center, Trejo in right field. From third to first, around the horn, Chad Cedillo at third, Craig Massey at shortstop, Simon Whiteman at second base, Logan Wyatt at first base. Owens doing the catching for the lefty Remington, Jesse Remington to be exact. 6'3", 200 pounds, out of Rantoul, Illinois. Lefty-lefty matchup to get things started as the Leyendas are down 3-0. Bottom of the first starts now with the leadoff man, Ben Revere. The first pitch to him. Taken on the inner half for strike one. Came out of the gate with a changeup there. Ben Revere has been spending time split between the Leyendas and the Legends. Here's the 0-1. Line drive, left field. It makes its way to the glove of Reese on the run. Ben Revere flies out, one away.
Yeah, the last ball game I did with you, that's the way he started off his game and his at bat. Hits a line drive. It'll go as a fly ball to left, but I'm here to tell you it was stung. It just happened to be slicing right to the left fielder that played it nicely. Reese caught it.
And Ben Revere's found himself in a bit of a slump recently, but he's at least making good contact with the balls, and he's not giving up any lost at-bats, if you will. First pitch to the righty Large, or switch hitter, I should say, is on the outer half, 0-1. Large with that switch hitting advantage on the right side, facing the lefty Remington, working from the windup, and now the 0-1. Line the other way, deep to right field. Trejo makes the catch as he backpedaled toward the wall. So two gone now.
Well, the Leyendas are trying to do what they can to get some runs back. They gave up 3 in the first. They've hit the ball hard, Andrew, a couple of times.
So it's been up to a Florence Freedom defense to put him away early and save some of Remington's energy. Give him a good first inning. Maybe this guy can switch up the mojo. It's Drew Ellis, the third baseman, who, like Ben Revere, who led things off here in the bottom of the first, has also spent time between the Leyendas and Legends roster. The first pitch to Ellis, taken downstairs in the zone, 0-1.
Ellis played a stellar defensive game. The last time I was up here with you, right there around Labor Day, he had 6 chances at third, played 5 of them perfectly.
0-1 misses outside, and you're absolutely right about Ellis. He is just a thrill to watch at the hot corner. And I remember in that game he made 1 error, but then he made up for it with every chance he had remaining in the game as he swings and misses at an off-speed downstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's also a power bat, too. He's got that power hitting makeup, 6'3", 225 pounds, and he's extremely calm and composed in his stance on the right side. He is one to wait for his pitch indeed. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Got him at the outside changeup. Leyendas go down in order. They still trail the Freedom 3-0. Freedom back up to bat in the top of the second with Johnny Knight, Brian Dancero, and Lucas Owens. Leyendas baseball coming back at you in just a few moments. Leyendas trail the Freedom 3-0. Welcome back into Whitaker Bank Ballpark. Andrew Murphy alongside Joel Bennett with you on this beautiful Wednesday evening. Top of the second begins right now, and leading off is Johnny Knight. Zach Westcott delivers the first pitch, taken downstairs for a ball. Tried to paint with the curveball, but missed. Westcott had a tough go of things relatively in the first, giving up a 3-run homer to Cesar Trejo. He also struck out 2 batters swinging, though. 1-0. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Revere coming in on it. Sets up shop as he calls off large and makes the catch. 1 away.
Large is a good name for that second baseman. He was at the plate, and I thought, second baseman, he's like the Yankees' former Colorado Rocky batting champion, DJ LeMahieu.
There you go.
Get these second basemen that are 6 feet 4 inches tall. I mean, normally you think of a spark plug guy out there, fire plug, but this guy's long.
First pitch to the righty. Dancero is lined over the head of Larch. It rolls into right field, and Dancero gets aboard with a 1-out single.
Yeah, he wasn't that long. He couldn't jump up and get that one. That was stung to right, as you described.
This is kind of a similar situation to what we saw in the top of the first inning as well, with Massey being retired, but then Whiteman getting on with a single. And so Westcott will have to tighten up and perhaps keep the ball low and inside to the lefty Lucas Owens, who digs in on the left side. Try for the double play ball here with 1 away. First pitch to him. Downstairs, taken for strike 1.
That was a good pitch, and just to set up the defense, a lot different than what we saw in the first. The situation is the same, you're exactly right, but they've got Ellis playing in even with a bag, maybe looking for something to push that way.
0-1, misses down and in again. One ball.
Don't see him bunt much. I'm sorry, Andrew. Don't see him push it or move a runner very much, early in the game anyway.
That one missed low and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Righty-lefty matchup. Westcott wheels and deals. Swing and a miss. Kind of a chase on that late-breaking curveball, looked like. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Owens.
Yeah, he was really out in front there. got committed to it and swung on through it.
Westcott comes set. And the 1-2 from the stretch. Missed a touch on the inside with a changeup. Even count at 2-2. Lefty Owens batting in towards the plate, knees bent. 2-2. Swinging a grounder right back up the middle. It pops off the glove of Westcott, and the throw to first won't be in time. Dansereau at second with the early. Did he get him?
Called him out.
Called him out.
Made the play. Miraculous recovery.
Well, look at that. Dansereau advances to second on the fielder's choice, and Owens is called out on the 1-3.
Yeah, Westcott finished, he pitching from the stretch. His follow through and finish, he was square with the plate, so he was able to get a glove on it, like you said, bang, bang at first.
3-0 Freedom here in the top of the second as the first pitch to Massey is fouled up and over the roof down third. No balls and a strike. Dansereau, runner in scoring position on second base. Got to lead off the bag. Nobody there to cover. As Westcott is taking a look at him, the 0-1. Fastball outside, misses the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike to Massey. Massey 0 for 1 this evening, struck out swinging to lead things off in the top of the first. Westcott gives Cottom the nod. Glove at chest level. He wheels and deals. 1-1. Hard hit line drive, well over the stands in left field territory. The foul ball, make the count 1-2.
Yeah, Westcott trying to get out of this inning unscathed with 2 outs. Nice big lead by Dansereau out there. He'll run with contact.
The 1-2. Ground ball, left side. Becker after it. He bobbles the ball on the reach. And so Massey is aboard for the first time this evening. Dansereau advancing to third.
A couple of things happened there. Number one, Dansereau running into the path of the ball as shortstop tried to make the play, Becker. But you notice Becker did not try to backhand it. He wanted to take an angle and throw off his right foot on the move, but he didn't come up with it. He got runners at the corners.
It's the first pitch to Simon Whiteman, taken down and away for strike 1. Nice looking change up there from Westcott. Westcott not been one to start things off with the fastball. He's working his arsenal well as the 0-1 is fouled down the right field line. Pinballs off the front of the awning, rolls down the roof of the stables. It lands near the Leyendas bullpen in right. 3-0 Freedom here in the top of the second with 2 gone and 2 men on the corners. 0-2 to the righty Whiteman. Westcott deals, runner goes. It's chopped high and foul down the third base line.
Good off-speed pitch, had him out in front. And Whiteman wasted no time. His last at bat, he singled and scored on that 3-run homer, the game's first run. He bats now, he's in the hole 0-2.
Westcott, ball behind his waist as he's looking in toward Cottom as catcher. The 0-2. Almost fouled off the elbow pad of Whiteman. That did not look comfortable at all. He's not even wearing a pad. Like it was just fouled off his elbow.
He had a double hit there. Double foul.
Yeah.
Bat and body.
No kidding. So still looking at an 0-2 count. Very narrow open stance from the righty. Knees slightly bent. Here's Westcott with the 0-2. Pitch is high. Throw down to second is in time. He got him on the run, and the inning is over. So Westcott pitches out of this one to bring the Leyendas back up to bat. 3-0 the score in favor of the Freedom. Baseball back in a moment on the Legends Broadcast Network. Leyendas trail the Freedom 3-0 as we roll into the bottom of the second inning. Leading things off will be the catcher, Cole Cottom. Leyendas went down in order in the bottom of the first. Ben Revere flied to left field. Cullen Large flied to right, and Drew Ellis struck out swinging. Jesse Remington has been on his stuff this evening.
Yeah, he had an 8-pitch first inning. Factor in a strikeout, 3 up, 3 down. Had a good opening.
The command and control are superb. Let's see how he fares against Cole Cottom. First one, outer half of the zone, taken for strike one. Beautiful changeup to get things going there.
Yeah, he had a little cut on it, and as they say, the back door. He's a lefty to the righty.
0-1. Tried to double up there, but missed down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cottom in his last appearance at Florence went 2 for 4 with an RBI. The 1-1. One's low and away again. Now 2 balls and a strike. Hitters count to Cole Cottom. Cottom leads the Leyendas in a few categories. He leads in RBIs with 28 of those. My mistake, that's the only category he's leading, at least that's listed in my notes. 2-1 misses up and in, 3 balls and a strike. Hires also got 26 hits and 110 plate appearances. He's batting .265.
Looks like Cottom's looking for 1 pitch. We'll see if he gets it here.
3-1, swung on and missed. Inside off-speed pitch will make the count full, 3-2. Cottom steps out briefly to readjust. Now he's in towards the plate. Stance slightly closed off, and the payoff from Remington. Line drive the other way over the head of the first baseman. Drops into right field. Cole Cottom leads things off on a full count single.
Pitch was down and away, and they call it the inside out swing. Cottom with his hands out leading the barrel of the bat, and he just sends it to right field. Good piece of hitting. You notice how he went down. That back knee flexed. He went down and got that baseball. Nice job of hitting. He's a cleanup batter for a reason.
And with him on first base, Luke Heyer will step in on the right side. Now Heyer leads in several categories for the Legends. First pitch to him taken high for a ball, 1-0. Heyer leading in home runs with 12 of those. His last time he was 1 for 3 with 2 runs. That was on the 6th at Florence. First pitch, or 1-0 rather, taken outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's pretty strong, 12 bombs in a very abbreviated schedule. This Battle of the Bourbon Trail about to come to a close next week, right?
About to come to a close with some postseason activities, of which Luke Heyer will be a part as he takes a strike on the outside, 1-2. Heyer will surely be a part of the Battle of the Bourbon Trail Home Run Derby next Wednesday, September 16th at 7 p.m. Guess what? The wonderful special 25-cent hot dogs will be retained as this one is skied to shallow right center field. Second baseman Whiteman sets up camp. Rawhide meets Submit, 1 away.
Well, I think it's just marvelous the way Andy Shea, the Legends baseball, and they've been able to put together a facsimile of a schedule and get it together and work it out. Hey, and you got people here. They're socially distanced, but they're enjoying baseball. It's proven. It will drive itself, yeah, if you set it up.
First pitch to the lefty Sturgeon, taken outside for a ball, 1-0. And Joel, you're so right. This entire front office staff has just been working tirelessly to put this product on the field for such a resilient and strong community through this COVID crisis as the 1-0 nicks the outer half, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And I'm sure it was going on much longer than I was keeping up with in print media, but it's like they put it together after Major League Baseball had trouble getting a 60-game schedule together.
Swing and a miss on the low changeup, 1-2 to Sturgeon. But it's taken a lot of work, it's taken a lot of perseverance, and in a time where so many clubs have been told no, this isn't possible, the Legends have come out on top. Swing and a miss on an outside breaking ball. Sturgeon bats the breeze, 2 gone. Second strikeout on the night for Jesse Remington. Caught him still aboard at first base. Freed him up 3-0 here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, he started up the ladder, and as you call that last swing and miss, went on down the ladder. A lot of times he'll throw a high fastball with 2 strikes, see if you can catch up with it. That time he fooled him, pitched backward, and pitched very well.
Remington continuing to be on his game tonight, and we'll see how he does against the shortstop, Luke Becker. Righty-lefty matchup. And the first pitch, swing and a miss, outside off-speed pitch, 0-1. One had a little break to the inside of the zone, though. It was aimed to the outer half. Seemed to drop and break to the middle on the lower third. 0-1. That's high and away, 1 ball and 1 strike.
You mentioned season statistical leaders. Hitting, you've got Becker leading the club in hits, runs, batting average, on-base percentage, and stolen bases. Pretty complete.
Yeah, and he leads especially that stolen base category by a long shot, 13 of those. It's the 1-1, another off-speed taken outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think the Leyendas need to be aggressive. Remington's proved in an inning and 2/3 that he's going to be around the strike zone. Had an 8-pitch first inning.
1 ball, 2 strikes, now the pitch. Breaker misses outside, evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Here in the bottom of the second with Cole Cottom on first. The 2-2 to Becker. Popped up, foul territory down the first base line. Becker will battle to see the pitch he wants.
You got Logan Wyatt with 2 strikes. Back and forth at first base. He was deciding, do I hold? Do I play behind the runner? Now he's going to go back over and hold. That makes that hole open on that second base side for Becker.
2-2. Fly ball. Shallow center field. Trailing back. Dancero on it to make the catch, and the inning is over. So the Leyendas still trail the Freedom 3-0. Freedom back up to bat in the top of the third with Simon Whiteman, Chad Cedillo, and Logan Wyatt. Baseball back in a moment on the Legends Broadcast Network. Andrew Murphy and Joel Bennett with you as the Freedom lead the Leyendas 3-0. Top of the third starts now with Simon Whiteman, who came up to bat last inning, but his at-bat was closed as Craig Massey was thrown out on the 2-4 as the first pitch to Whiteman was a ball inside. And the 1-0 to him. Nicks the outside corner. Fastball there from Westcott will even it up at 1-1. Whiteman 1 for 1. He singled and scored his last time up, and there's a called strike 2. A curveball that bent into the lower third nicely. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Tried to double up there, but missed downstairs in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Boy, Westcott, he is really working quickly.
I was just going to say, he's taking virtually no time.
No time.
Even faster than the first and second innings. 2-2. Fly ball up and over the rooftop down the first base line. And Whiteman will battle.
Andrew, thanks for having me. I've got people listening in here. They've asked me since Labor Day, where can we get it? Legends broadcast, and they've been going to the Facebook page. And
that one's taken up and in for ball 3 to fill up the count. Go ahead.
No, and my family's listening in. Some people down in the Greensburg, Campbellsville area. In 33 years, I haven't been part of a minor league broadcast.
Here's a shot to left field. Sturgeon going back, and he makes the catch at the wall for out number 1. So
hold your breath and hope he gets back there, right?
I was just saying, I mean, that, oh my goodness. Those fly balls are the scariest.
Oh, I mentioned Campbellsville. A guy from Campbellsville, Troy Young, down here, saw him earlier. He's helped get the field prepared. He's over at Tates Creek High School. Good to see Troy from down in Campbellsville up here.
First pitch, curveball misses high to the lefty Cedillo. And might I add, the field has been looking beautiful throughout most of this Battle of the Bourbon Trail season. 1-0 misses, down and in, 2 balls, no strikes. Cedillo 0 for 1, flied out to left field, his first time up back in the first inning. 3-0 Freedom here in the top of the first with 1 out, 2-0. Swing and a miss, got out in front of that one. It was a curveball low and inside. Run the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Good strike pitch there from Westcott.
I agree, he's got to hit his spots.
2-1. Lined up the middle. Becker with the glove on it. 360s and the throw just wide of the bag as Higher didn't have his foot on the bag, number 1, and couldn't get the tag off to retire Cedillo. So he's aboard at first on an error by the shortstop Luke Becker.
Had time on that hot smash, but he did the 360 out there behind the second base bag, and with that, a lot of movement like that, it did pull the first baseman.
First pitch to the lefty Wyatt. Ground ball, could be 2. Large at second, picks it up, a toss to second for 1. Over to first, 2, a double play, and the side is retired.
Beautiful, beautifully played.
Textbook 4-6-3 to end the inning. Freedom still up 3-0. Leyendas back up to bat in the bottom of the third with Webb Little, Duran Elmore, and Ben Revere. Baseball back in a moment on the Legends Broadcast Network. Leyenda's down 3-0. Bottom of the third starts now. Webb Little, the DH, takes his place in the left-handed batter's box. Lefty Remington with the first pitch. Down and away. Off-speed missed. 1 ball, no strikes. So the Leyendas, for a change, donned in their Leyendas home uniforms as the 1-0 to Little. Sails past him high and inside, 2 balls and no strikes.
I was going to see how you describe the color of that sleeve.
Well, let's see. Let's see how it goes here. So we've got the white front and the light teal, I'd call that, top of the sleeves.
Yeah, or
if you want to strike downstairs for 2-1 count.
I'll show my age. Back in the 60s, they called it aquamarine.
Okay, so there you go, aquamarine. I'm going to use that.
It is. It's light teal. That's true.
They've got the pink lettering on the front as Little skies this to left center field. Reese with a beat on it makes the catch, 1 away.
You know, game time temperature at 81 degrees, Andrew, and we've seen some hard hit balls. Actually, we've seen a really hard hit ball on a home run, but must be a little breeze blowing in. It looks like the outfielders are getting good jumps, good reads, and making tough plays look easy.
Well, the wind was certainly blowing in from left field directly into the press box when I got here to do my prep earlier. And I don't know, I thought it was going to be too much to have the crowd mic out there, but it's settled down ever so slightly. But you're absolutely right about the outfielders. This one is skied to left center field again. 3 men going after it. Shortstop Massey backs up into the outfield grass and makes the catch, 2 gone.
Well, that needed to be his ball. I was mentioning how outfielders were getting a good jump. That time the left fielder maybe didn't pick it up quite as quickly, and Massey there sure-handedly to make the out.
Looked like it had more distance on it than it actually did. I thought it was trailing back to just straight away left field, but Massey with a good read and a great catch. 2 gone in a row here in the bottom of the third. Freedom up 3-0 on the Leyendas. Here's the man at the top of the order, Ben Revere. Takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Revere 0 for 1 this evening. He flied out to left field in the first. It was a well-struck ball, though. He's been making good contact in a bit of a slump. 0-1 is chopped foul and just pops out of the bare hand grasp of, who's that down there for the Leyendas? First base coach. It's not Getsy. It's not. No, I think that's Eddie Brooks down at first base.
He got a hand on it, literally. Well, they're playing Revere to pull, and they're playing him deep on the right side.
0-2. Chopper, ground ball to the right side. Whiteman with the glove on the run, and the toss to first will retire the side. Leyendas go down in order for the second time this evening. They trail to Freedom 3-0. Freedom back up to bat in the top of the fourth with Trejo, Reese, and Knight, all showing when baseball returns on the Legends Broadcast Network. Stick with us. Back inside Whitaker Bank Ballpark, Andrew Murphy and Joel Bennett with you. Top of the fourth inning starts now. And the first pitch to the righty Trejo, up and in for a ball, 1-0. Westcott still on the mound, beginning his 4th inning of work, and here's the 1-0. Curveball missed downstairs.
Yeah, you don't want to fall behind this guy. We know what happened the last time. He had a 3-1 bomb on a 2-1 count.
Not to mention with 2 guys on base, as there's another one near the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes now to Trejo.
You know, I wonder if Westcott, and some of these, he did one batter last inning. Sometimes you got to pitch inside, not to hit a guy, but say, I need to own some of this. Don't dig in on me.
3-0, called strike 1
Good.
on the outer half. Nice fastball there. 3 balls and a strike to Trejo.
You know, you don't want guys just digging in.
Chopper, left side. Becker with the glove on it, and a hard throw to first, not in time. Umpire Chris Wood called Trejo safe as he got to the bag just before the ball found the covering Luke Heyer's glove.
Well, he's been on base, as Trejo has, in a couple of contrasting ways. A 3-run blast that just about left the ballpark, and that time he legs out an infield single.
That 3-run homer made the score 3-0 Freedom, as it still is with nobody out. Now a man on here in the top of the 4th. E.P. Reese, the lefty, at the plate now. First pitch to him, swung on, driven in the air to left field, but it's trailing foul as the members of the Freedom bullpen scattered. And that one landed in the triple play zone and left. It's 0-1.
I don't know, it looks like the guy that sang the national anthem came up with a souvenir baseball too.
I think so.
Well, good for him. He did a fine job.
He did do a fine job. They always do. Nothing in 1. Runner goes. The pitch is high for a ball. The throw down to second is in time. Chris Wood says you're out of here as Trejo slid into second base, but not before the throw down from Cottom to the covering Becker went away.
Yeah, it's the second time that Cottom's thrown out a runner caught stealing. So, you know, as far as a catcher, if they say you're 33%, if you can throw out 1 of 3, you're very skilled at that part of the game.
Swinging a miss on the outside breaking ball to Reese, but yeah,
he's got 2 of them tonight.
You're absolutely right there. Cottom excels on that throw down to second. 1-2 to Reese. Swing and a miss. Doubled up on the curveball, and he's rewarded. Reese bats the breeze. 2 gone.
Cottom not only throwing out base runners, that time handling his pitcher. Once the bases were clear, Cottom could go down on that one knee. He got real low. He was telling Zach, saying, hey, guy, you got him the last time swinging. Let's do it again. And they did succeed. So you got 1 out, bases empty. 3-0 lead for the Freedom. Still batting here in the top of the 4th.
Johnny Knight, the DH, takes his place in the box on the right side. First pitch to him, swung on, grounded, chopped to the left side. Becker with the glove on it. The throw on the bounce to Heyer at first is in time, and that'll clear up the Freedom in order. They're still up 3-0 on the Leyendas, who come back up to bat when we return. Drew Ellis, Cole Cottom, and Colin Large, Drew Ellis, and Cole Cottom. Baseball back in a moment on the Legends Broadcast Network. Back inside Whitaker Bank Ballpark. Bottom of the fourth starts now. Freedom up 3-0 on the Leyendas. Leading off for the Leyendas, Cullen Large, who skies one to right field. Trejo going back, watches it bounce off the bottom of the wall. Throws it into the shortstop Massey quickly as Large will hold up at first. He's got a single to lead things off on the first pitch here in the bottom of the fourth.
Andrew, that was a ball that hit off the wall, played beautifully out there in right field. And Trejo, he's been a batting star early. He's put 3 runs on the board with a homer, but he played that one real well. Holding to a single.
It's a quick reaction off the bounce. Trejo read that very well, as you said. Large is held up at the first base bag to bring up Drew Ellis, the third baseman. We saw Large put a ball into right field his first time up in the first when he flied out. Breaking ball into the lower third of the zone to Drew Ellis for a called strike one. Ellis, who, as I mentioned earlier, has been spending time between both the Legends and Leyendas rosters, blasts this one into the left field corner. Extra bases for sure. Cullen Large heading into third as Reese picks it up near the corner. Guns it into the third base, the pitcher rather, Remington, came up towards the third base bag, and it's a double for Drew Ellis.
Stand-up double at that. The last time up, you know, Ellis, he looked at some pitches, went down swinging on strikes. This time, he really teed off, and he pulled that ball hard. Back-to-back doubles, put the Leyendas with a chance to score now with the tying run coming to the plate.
Thing I've talked about in previous broadcasts. Building offensive momentum is always successful when you're stringing together offensive opportunities, and with a towering single to right field from Large, followed by a double to the left field corner by Ellis. Cole Cottom has a chance to keep the vibe alive. The first pitch, breaking ball, missed high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Yeah,
Remington just really gassing that pitch. He's going to rear back and throw it hard after giving up back-to-back doubles. Now, Cotham was the hero throwing out 2 runners. Sometimes they shine at the plate as well.
1-0. Swing and a miss. Was hacking for the fences on that off-speed pitch, but swung early, and that evens up the count at 1-1. Caught him 1 for 1s, single to lead things off in bottom of the second inning, but was stranded. Remington with the 1-1, breaking ball. Tried for the outer half, but missed. 2 balls and a strike.
Here's that hitter's count. It worked out well for Florence. We'll see how it does for the Leyendas here.
3-0 Florence in the bottom of the fourth. Nobody out. 2 runners in scoring position for the Leyendas. Cole Cottom ready on the right side. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Remington with the off-speed down and away. Nicked the corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cottom.
First base open. You got a runner at third and a 3-run lead for Florence. The infield playing back. We would say double play death, but there's nobody on first. So they're going to concede a run to get an out here. It's Cottom's job. Anything but a strikeout or a pop-up.
The 2-2 pitch. Foul ball up and over the rooftop behind home plate.
Yeah, they're playing back to the cut of the grass all the way across the infield. Maybe just inside of that on the corners, but concede a run, get an out.
So Cottom readies up, slightly closed off stance in towards the plate. Lefty Remington with the 2-2. Hard hit fly ball, but foul down the right field line.
Get about 12 miles per hour difference from that backdoor slow change up there is what we've seen him dial up with a fastball. So good variation of speed.
Still a 2-2 count for Cottom, who's battling well, swinging at anything near the zone. And the pitch. Line drive, hit hard, blocked by the netting, extending down the first base line.
Fooled on the pitch, ran it up and in, and almost a defensive swing by Cottom. He's staying alive. Pretty good at bat, making Remington throw a lot of pitches here.
Remington gives Owens the nod. He's working from the stretch. Now the 2-2 pitch. Another line drive foul. And off the top of one of the suites just to the right of us in the press box.
9.5 on the sound there. That almost a 10. That thing popped, didn't it?
Certainly.
May have been the loudest one I've heard.
Got him ready for a 2-2 pitch again from Remington. Here it is. Way up and away. That breaking ball got away from him, and the count moves full at 3-2.
You know, it's an open playbook here for the Leyendas. You got a full count, runners at second, third, nobody out. I mean, they've got to come away with some scoring here.
Remington kicks and fires a payoff pitch. Swung on, chopped foul, and into the Freedom dugout down the third baseline.
Yeah, caught him. He fired that single, as you mentioned earlier, leading off the inning, the second, over to right field. One over there right now could score two.
Full count, 3-2 to Cole Cottom with runners on second and third. 3-0 the score in favor of the Freedom. As Cottom readjusts his batting gloves, now steps back in. Slow swings out toward the pitcher, Remington. He's taking his time, looking into his catcher, Owens. Now comes set. Time is called at the plate. Cottom wipes the sweat from his brow, pops his blue Lex insignia helmet back on his cranium. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Remington finds a sign he likes from Owens, and he deals a payoff. Chopper foul down the third base line. Cole Cottom battling extremely well here on this 3-2 count.
Yeah, he keeps fouling them off. You got Remington pounding the strike zone and Cottom just fouling them off. Again, the defense playing back on the infield, conceding a run on a ground ball to get an out.
Remington with the 3-2. Foul back to the netting.
I think you can see a grin coming across Remington's face now. It's kind of like, I'm not giving in, dude, are you? Cottom says no, he's fouling them off.
Not a whole lot else matters. I think Cottom has, by and large, won this at-bat already.
Yeah, I just wonder if, if Remington with first base open, of course you put another base runner on, but you could set up a force play at any base. You got a 3-run lead. If you're catcher, you got a lot of confidence in him. Maybe, I won't say bounce it up there, but throw him that backdoor breaking pitch. Start it off the plate, get it down in the dirt, see if you can't get Cottom swinging.
Remington readies up. 3-2 from the stretch. Foul ball up and over the rooftop, down first base. I've lost count of how many pitches have been thrown to Cole Cottom.
Been a half a dozen foul balls on a full count, so yeah, he's making him work.
Righty readies back up. Narrow stance closed off. 3-0 the score in favor of the Freedom here in the bottom of the fourth. Payoff. Swing and a drive deep to left field, and it's into the bleachers.
Tie game.
Tie game at 3. As Cole Cottom takes Remington deep on a 3-2 pitch to drive in Large Ellis. And here he comes around third into home. It is 3-3 here in the fourth.
Well, I guess that's the way you win an 11-pitch at-bat. You wait out the pitcher. Far from what I predicted of bouncing one up there. He brings him a fastball in around the knees and caught him with good power. Boy, I tell you what, game's tied up all of a sudden just like that. And we got a 3-3 game here in the fourth.
Cole Cottom says, let's go to the bleachers. With his 6th home run of the season, still nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Man, we were saying how Remington was rocking along, man. You know, he pitched 3 innings of shutout baseball. 2 of those innings, 3 up, 3 down, so can change quickly.
First one to Luke Heyer is fouled up and over the rooftop. Onto the rooftop, rather, down the first base line. You never know whether those foul balls are going to go over the rooftop as opposed to on the rooftop until you hear the sound, and it's a loud one. 0-1 to the righty. Remington with the 0-1. Breaking ball. Found
nice.
the corner down and inside. 0-2.
Good concentration by Remington. I mean, got to shake it off. Caught him just hit the 3-run blast on you, and he's come right back and thrown some good strikes to a good hitting Luke Heyer.
0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase down and outside with the breaking ball, so 1 away. Along the same line of thinking, Joel, sometimes giving up a 3-run homer like that can tighten you up, serve as motivation instead of just shaking it off, which in the long run is going to happen eventually. But, you know, within the context of this inning, having put 2 runners on with a single and a double, and then giving up that home run, I'd like to believe that it serves as a lot of motivation to Remington to get out of this inning quickly.
Sure does, no doubt about it.
First one to Sturgeon. Chopped up and over the rooftop behind home. That took a weird path over the rooftop. It was fouled off. Seemed like it bounced out of the grass and had enough height on it to skip over the rooftop. So 0-1 on a weird foul ball.
Remington pitching well. I mean, you know, he struck out 3. He hasn't walked a batter, so he's going to be around the plate.
Heyer takes one down and in for strike 2. Lefty-lefty matchup now. Catcher Owen setting up low and outside, 0-2. Breaking ball got just a little ways away from him to move the count to 1-2 strikes.
Got a little activity in the Freedom bullpen warming up now. They've got a guy up throwing.
Now's about the time to do it, 1-2. Fastball misses high, 2-2 strikes to Heyer.
Yeah, here in the bottom of the 4th. 3 runs apiece.
Especially as many pitches as Remington has had to throw this inning so far. 2-2 on the way. Big fly ball to left field. 2 men going after it. Reese and Massey watch it drop into the triple play zone and left, and the count remains at 2-2. Heyer 0 for 1 tonight with a pop up to second base. Heyer in his last appearance on the 6th at Florence went 1 for 3 with 2 runs. For a lot of this season, he isn't now, but he's led the team in home runs and RBIs. He is leading in home runs. But it's made him an easy choice for the middle of the order. 2-2. Swinging a foul tip. Heyer had a stellar career at UK for the Wildcats. Triple line slashing .327, .418, .643. Tremendous numbers there. It's a regular starter that came to UK after a premium hitting performance in JUCOs. This one's chopped to the right side. Wyatt, the first baseman, with the glove and the step on the bag to retire Luke Heyer. Cole Cottom, rather, 1 away. Cole Sturgeon. I'm all over the place tonight, Joel.
Well, we got it 3 unassisted. It's an out, and it's the second out in the inning. Well, you were talking about UK players, and I was thinking, trying to think, print media featured one of the relief pitchers here recently that signed with the Rangers. Didn't get an early look, but he signed with them now at the trade deadline. Trying to think who that was.
First pitch to Becker, skied into foul territory down the right field line. Bounces off the rooftop of the Stables, 0-1.
Cody was his last name. 6'7", big guy, and signed with the Rangers. The Twins drafted him. He was from Wisconsin, elected to come back to UK, and sometimes, you know, that works out for you. I'm sure you think about the money, you think about what clubs got you and that kind of thing.
0-1 to Becker, called strike 2 on the outer half, 0-2 quickly.
I wouldn't know. I didn't have those kind of decisions facing me. Where am I going to go on draft day?
Yeah. Remington with the 0-2 pitch. Chopped to the left side. Shortstop Massey with the glove on it. Sets and fires to first for out number 3. So the Leyendas tie it up on a Cole Cottom 3-run homer to left, followed by 3 outs in a row. We're tied up at 3, top of the 5th coming your way. Freedom showing Dansereau, Owens, and Massey. Baseball returns in just a moment on Prep Spin and the Legends Broadcast Network. Top of the 5th inning starts now. Andrew Murphy and Joel Bennett with you at Whitaker Bank Ballpark as the Leyendas and Freedom are tied up at 3, and a big swing and a miss by Brian Dansereau on the first pitch. It's 0-1. Great curveball to start things by Westcott.
Yeah, his team, Westcott's just put him into a tie game.
There's a foul tip off the shoulder of Dansereau to quickly run the count 0-2.
4 complete innings, each team with 3 runs. The Freedom with 5 hits, no errors. The Leyendas, 3 runs on 4 hits and 1 error. So, you know, Westcott gave up the 3-run bomb in the first, but now he's back in a tie game, and that one just got away from him. That's, I talked about commanding the inside part of the plate. He threw it behind the back.
Yeah.
Got away from him.
1 ball, 2 strikes on that breaking ball that Westcott clearly slipped up on his grip, and you know that'll happen sometimes. 1-2 on the way. Ground ball hit hard to the left side. Ellis with the backhand and a long throw to first for out number 1. There's Ellis shining at the hot corner like usual. 1 away.
Yeah, he flashed some leather there. Good footwork. I tell you, his feet, he got over there, backhanded it. I mean, it was a hot smash too. Backhanded it, set his feet, planted, and got a strong arm. I tell you what, the games I've come, he's been the stellar defender out there.
So he puts away Brian Dansereau. He's now 1 for 2 tonight. Lucas Owens, the catcher, will step in and make his second plate appearance on the night. 3-3 here in the top of the 5th, and the first pitch to Owens misses upstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Owens grounded into a 1-3 putout his last time up, and the 1-0 pitch. It's fouled away. Back over home plate. That one might have been even louder. That hit sweet up here to our left.
These young fans, boy, they're aggressive. They go after it.
Yes, they do. 1-1. Curveball missed outside. 2 balls and a strike now to Owens. Should see it on the Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night crowds. They're everywhere. Usually hang out in the pack and left as this one is skied to shallow right center field. 3 men going after it. Revere calls off Elmore in large and makes the catch. 2 gone.
Good play. Revere, the center fielder. Major league experience. He's the captain out there. He's the guy that's going to call it. It's his job, and he called it early enough to make the play. But that's why he plays that shallow center. He can come hard like that.
So 2 gone now, 1 on a 5-3. Brian Dansereau, Lucas Owens just fly to shallow center field, and Craig Massey just took a strike downstairs. 0-1. Massey 1 for 2 on the night. Here's the 0-1 pitch to him. Line drive, left field. Sturgeon going back, and he watches that one soar. It's another home run for the Freedom, this time a solo shot by Craig Massey, and they take a 4-3 lead.
Yeah, opposite field, and it got out of here in a hurry. Nothing majestic about that. It was on a line drive, and just like that, the Freedom say, we'll take the lead back. So we've got another lead change as Florence takes the lead back again with a 4-3 edge. Well, it's good power to the opposite field.
It certainly is. Again, you know, it's one of those on the fence fly balls. It really didn't look like it had the distance on it, but must have been carried by the wind, if you will.
He hit it, yeah.
First one to the righty, Whiteman, outside, taken for a ball, 1-0. Whiteman 1 for 2 on the night with a single and a run scored in the first. He was driven in by Trejo, 1-0. Outside fastball, that's where he wanted it the first time. It's a ball and a strike, and Whiteman is last time up, flied out to left field in the third. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss, got him inside this time on the curveball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 gone, nobody on here in the top of the 5th. Freedom just took a 4-3 lead over the Leyendas on a solo shot to left by Craig Massey. Westcott with the 1-2 to Whiteman. Chopped left side. Ellis with the glove on it, in on the infield grass, and a throw to first will retire the side. So Massey puts run number 4 on the board to take a 4-3 lead over the Leyendas. Leyendas have some battling back to do in the bottom of the 5th, showing Webb Little, Duran Elmore, and Ben Revere. Baseball back in a moment on the Legends Broadcast Network. Back inside Whitaker Bank Ballpark, where the Freedom just took a 4-3 lead over the Leyendas on a solo shot to left field by the shortstop Craig Massey. Jesse Remington, the lefty, has been retired after 4 innings, giving up 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. And he's replaced by the righty, A.J. Clayton, 6'1", 180-pound right-hander from Johnstown, Colorado. He toes the rubber and will face Webb Little to get things started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, the Leyendas, they chased Remington in that 4th inning. You just got to wonder, that 11-12 pitch at bat caught him, ended up with a 3-run blast, how much that wore on him. Of course, the Leyendas started off with single, double, then they got the homer, put him right back in it.
As Little took one outside and high for ball 1. 1-0, smacked up the right side into right field. Nice little hard-hit ground ball gapper in between Wyatt and Whiteman for Little to lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th.
Nice piece of hitting there. As you described, Andrew, right side, he hit the hole between The first baseman and the second baseman just seeing eye single.
So Duran Elmore will make his second plate appearance on the evening. The first pitch to him. Curveball. It's a backdoor curveball. Nice, bent in nicely on the inside corner, 0-1. Elmore 0 for 1, flied out to short his last time up as he takes a breaking ball outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Webb Little aboard at first. Freedom up on the land is 4-3 with nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Once the pitcher, Clayton, as he comes set, he likes to be open. That gives him a look at the runner at first.
As the 1-1 is dealt to Elmore, it's taken in the dirt, 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1. Called strike 2. Changeup on the outside corner, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Elmore, the righty, facing the righty A.J. Clayton, who comes set. 2-2. One missed high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A.J. Clayton not taking a lot of time between pitches either. Similar to what we've seen from Zach Westcott through most of this game. 3-2, Sky to right field. Trejo looking up, sets up shop, and the rawhide meets the mitt, 1 away.
Fly ball out to right field, and as we look that way, you see the Leyendas, they get up and they get action in their bullpen. Check the uniform number 14, a guy out there warming up.
Not sure who we've got. The numbers are kind of switched up tonight as the
home whites.
Yeah. But we'll get info on that guy as soon as we possibly can. Here's the first pitch to Ben Revere. It's down and in. Breaking ball missed for ball 1. Revere is 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded into a 4-3 his last time up in the 3rd. And flied out to left field back in the 1st.
Got good speed at the plate. I don't know how well Little runs at first, but you got 1 out. I wouldn't be surprised if Revere can handle the bat, do a little hit and run at some point in time during this AB to try to stay out of this double play. And like you said, you need a rally. You like to keep the inning moving. You got to take it 1 batter at a time. But we'll see maybe if the Leyendas don't try to do something trailing by 1 here in the middle part of the game.
Revere lined 1 foul down the left field line, and the count is now even at 1-1. Clayton deals. Called strike 2. Off speed on the outer half. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Revere.
That was a good pitcher's pitch there.
Gets ahead in the count now, 1-2. Webb Little with a very short lead off the bag. 1-2. Whizzes past Revere high and evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Four to 3 Freedom here in the bottom of the 5th. 2-2 pitch. Hard hit ground ball past the glove of Wyatt. Little's on his way to second as Trejo comes in from deep right to grab this one. And the board should flash an error on that one. Might give Revere the hit.
Yeah, it was might have been a little harder to handle than the one we saw a hit to the shortstop earlier in the ball game. But you know, I was just thinking, you had mentioned that Revere had been bouncing out 4-3 quite a bit. I thought, you know, with him at bat, maybe open a hole over there. And sure enough, they did find a hole for him, and he's on at first.
So 2 runners on with 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Colin Large, the switch hitting lefty now, chops 1 up the middle. Misses the glove of Whiteman on the reach, and shortstop Massey backs him up but doesn't step on the second base bag in time to retire Revere. So Large is aboard on what definitely looked like a single. That high chopper can be hard to field. As Revere is at third, or Webb Little is at third rather, Revere at second, and Colin Large on a nice piece of infield hitting.
From where we sit, that baseball after the high chop, as it descended, it couldn't have missed the bag by very much. And I'm sure the infielders had that in their mind. If it hits the bag, it's going anywhere.
So Ducks on the pond with 1 away.
Yes.
Freedom with a 4-3 lead over the Leyendas. Here's Drew Ellis. Ellis takes one in the upper third of the zone for strike one. Seen a lot of the off-speed pitch from A.J. Clayton. He's clocking in at 83, 84 miles an hour with his changeup, it looks like. Clayton with the 0-1 pitch. Inside and low for a ball to even it up at 1 ball, 1 strike to Drew Ellis, who's 1 for 2. Had a double and was driven in on the Cole Cottom home run in the 4th. He struck out swinging to end the 1st inning. 1-1 pitch. Driven high and deep to left field, and you can kiss it goodbye. It's a Drew Ellis grand slam. Holy cow.
This guy's MVP, man. Whether we've sang his praises in the field with the leather and the glove, I mean, he's just really sterling out there. But boy, a grand slam home run tonight. He's working on a 2 for 3 night. He's driven in 4 and he's scored 2. No doubt on that one, Andrew. He got it all.
Ellis takes one to the porch, and the Leyendas have a 7-4 lead over the Freedom with 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. My goodness.
Sounded good right off the bat, didn't it, if you're a legend or a Leyendas fan?
Towering grand slam for Drew Ellis.
Don't see those often.
I do not envy A.J. Clayton right now, who delivers the first pitch to Cole Cottom. Taken low and in for a strike, 0-1. Cottom, his last time up, had a 3-run home run. That was in the 4th.
He's got a 2-hit night of his own, so middle of the order really producing. Those power spots, the 3 and 4 producing.
0-1. Dribbled foul down the first base line, but foul. 0-2 now.
Yeah, you talked about wouldn't want to be Clayton. You know, your team just gave you a 1-run lead. That's kind of hard to protect, but you really don't anticipate ever giving up a grand slam.
No, but in the right situation, the momentum can shift to a complete 180 in the 0-2.
It has done that, I agree.
0-2 was in the dirt and low. In the dirt and outside, rather. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got a little left-hander action going up, heating up now in the Florence bullpen as they get a lefty up just now starting to get loose.
Clayton the righty with the 1-2 pitch. Line drive, left center field over the hopping glove of Massey, rolls into left field, picked up by Reese. And there's a 1-out single to extend the hit parade for the Leyendas here in the 5th.
Good piece of hitting. You know, that's 3 hits in a row for Cole Cottom tonight, 3 for 3. Scored a run, driven in 3. Thrown out 2 base runners. I don't know if he's got Ellis's MVP for the night, but he's running him close right there.
Well, I mean, really, Ellis was put in a fantastic situation by 3 singles by Webb Little, Ben Revere, and Cullen Large. And again, as I spoke earlier, it's a stringing together of advantageous opportunities for the Leyendas, and the offense has found its stride for sure. I can't get over how hard that grand slam was hit by Drew Ellis.
Yeah, it popped good. It sounded good. These guys are using the wood bats, and you hear it crack. But you're right. It's kind of like had a coach say one time, it's like the merry-go-round. Everybody rides. So you just want it to keep going. We had a little carousel music playing there. Do you hear it?
Yeah, a little bit.
So we just do the merry-go-round, and everybody rides. It just keeps going around. Let's bat around.
Keep the ride going as Heyer takes one low for a strike. Heyer 0 for 2 this evening with a strikeout and a pop-up to second base. 0-1. Inside. Got him to swing and miss, and the count moves to 0-2.
Good off-speed pitch there. Kept it down, way out in front on the swing. You got to change speeds. What Clayton's trying to do.
Heyer steps back in, open stance, middle depth in the box. Knees bent, bat perched above his right shoulder. 0-2. Chopper foul down the third base line, just out of Zach Getsy's bare hand grasp.
And I tell you what, Coach Getsky was there by virtue of chasing down a ball that got away from the bullpen, and he's been around the game. He turned back around to watch play, and sure enough, the ball found him.
0-2. Popped up. Right field territory, second baseman Whiteman coming in on it, just behind the first base bag, and he makes the catch. 2 gone. Cole caught him back at first base. It's the second time Luke Heyer has popped out to second base. And with a swinging strike up his last time up, he's now 0 for 3. That'll bring up Cole Sturgeon, the left fielder, but not before a business meeting is conducted on the mound. Looks like the Freedom are going to call in a new pitcher. We'll tally up A.J. Clayton's numbers and get you info on the new guy when baseball returns here in just a moment. Leyendas lead at 7-4. Back inside Whitaker Bank Ballpark with 2 gone here in the bottom of the 5th. Leyenda's on top 7-4. A.J. Clayton has been retired after 2/3 of an inning with 5 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned on, of course, a grand slam by Drew Ellis. He walked no batters and struck out none as well. So with 1 man on and 2 men gone, the first pitch to the left fielder Cole Sturgeon. Check swung on, but it skips away from him to the backstop. Skips away from Owens to the backstop, rather. And Cole Cottom will take second base on a passed ball. The count is 1-0 to Cole Sturgeon, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Struck out swinging his first time up in the second inning and grounded into an unassisted play at first in the 4th. So 7-4 Leyendas. Drew Ellis gave the team the lead on his 6th home run, a grand slam, well over the bleachers in left field. 1-0 to Sturgeon. Fouled up and over the press box here behind home plate. It's 1-1.
Yeah, the Freedom going back with a lefty here, Pearson. They started a left-hander. Sturgeon, a left-handed batter, trying to get a little matchup, try to get out of this inning, which home runs seem to be plentiful tonight. Try to score some more.
Kenny Pearson, the lefty, deals the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good-looking breaking ball downstairs will move the count to 1-2.
You could see that pitch had some nice bite to it. It wasn't a sweeping pitch. It really had some nice bite and downward action.
So perhaps he'll double up here on the 1-2 count as he peeps back at Cottom on second in the 1-2. Did double up. A bit more inside, but missed the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sturgeon, I think, is a smart enough hitter that even if Pearson were to double up on that curveball downstairs, he wouldn't have swung at it, even with 2 strikes. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him low and away with a curveball, and the side is retired. So the Leyendas take a 7-4 lead over the Freedom on a towering grand slam to left field by the third baseman Drew Ellis. Freedom back up to bat in the top of the sixth with Chad Cedillo, Logan Wyatt, and Cesar Trejo. And baseball returns on the Legends Broadcast Network. Stay tuned. Back inside Whitaker Bank Ballpark, Andrew Murphy alongside Joel Bennett as we roll into the top of the sixth inning. Zach Westcott, the starter for the Leyendas, has been retired after 5 innings, giving up 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He walked 1 batter and struck out 3, and he's replaced by the righty Mike Housechild, who threw 11 2/3 innings of work this season, has given up 10 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned, walking 6 batters and striking out 15. And he leads the Leyendas pitching staff in ERA with 2.31. He delivers the first pitch fastball on the inside to the third baseman Chad Cedillo for strike 1. Cedillo got aboard on an error his last time up in the third. Swing and a miss at a low changeup for 0-2 now to Cedillo, who his first time up flying out to left field. That was in the first. 7-4 Leyendas here in the top of the sixth. Housechild with the 0-2. Swing and a miss. One that broke into the dirt, but caught him, comes up with the tag. And so Housechild coming out of the gate hot with a swinging strikeout, 1 away.
Can you go good morning, good afternoon, and good night, or does it have to be a taken third strike? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was 3 straight, but yeah, Housechild in relief of Zach Westcott, who finds himself in line for a win. He pitched the 5 complete innings necessary, 5 innings. Gave up 4 runs, all earned, 6 hits, 3 Ks, 1 walk.
First pitch to the lefty Wyatt. Breaking ball misses a touch. In the red on the outside, 1 ball, no strikes. That's Housechild's 16th strikeout on the season, dealt to Chad Cedillo. 1-0 to Wyatt. Fastball running high and outside, 2 balls, no strikes. We're seeing a velocity of 91, 92 on the fastball from Mike Housechild. Housechild, a 30-year-old native of Dayton, Ohio. 2-0. Just a touch outside for ball 3.
Good velocity. It popped, but tried to hit it down and away, but missed his spot. Now a 3-0.
3-0. Called strike 1, up and inside. Housechild was drafted in the 33rd round by the Houston Astros in 2012. Played a total of 6 games in the major leagues as this one is sky deep to center field. Revere on the run, makes the catch near the track, 2 gone. But Hauschild, as I was saying, played a total of 6 games in the major leagues between the Texas Rangers and the Toronto Blue Jays.
Dayton, Ohio native here. Played for the Flyers up there, University of Dayton. Hey, I tell you what, if you can play anymore, they'll find you.
They certainly will, as Hauschild from the stretch comes forward with the first pitch down and away to Cesar Trejo. It's 1-0. Started with the off-speed pitch there, the changeup perhaps. 1 ball, no strikes, the pitch. There's a fastball low and away, nicked the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to Trejo, who's 2 for 2 this evening with a 3-run shot, his first time up in the first inning. He had a single in the 4th, but he was caught stealing. Ball and a strike, righty-righty matchup. Hauschild with the delivery. Liner right into Ellis's glove, and that retires the side. Ellis was perfectly placed on a well-hit line drive. All he had to do was squat and reach to his right to retire Trejo. The Freedom go down in order. 1, 2, 3. Leyenda's still on top with a 7-4 lead. Bottom of the 6th coming your way with the Leyendas showing Becker, Little, and Elmore. Baseball back in a moment on the Legends Broadcast Network. Leyendas with a 7-4 lead as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning. Luke Becker will lead things off. Leyendas took the lead last inning on a grand slam by Drew Ellis. And Joel, I still can't get over how hard that ball was hit.
He's had a wonderful game, and it popped.
First
you could hear it off the bat, man. It had a crack.
First pitch to Becker on the outside, taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
There's some bleachers in left field, and it just about got over.
1-0, low and away, 2 balls, no strikes.
Deepest part of this ballpark looks to be right center. I don't see the feet measured out there. It may be symmetrical. I believe it is.
2-0, another off-speed down and away. Three balls in a row to Luke Becker, who's 0 for 2. Flied out his first time up in the 2nd and grounded into a 6-3 put out in the 4th. Those were both inning-ending plays. Righty-lefty matchup. Kenny Pearson, glove at his chest, deals the 3-0. It's a fastball down the middle, or off-speed rather, on the upper third of the zone down the middle. 3 balls and a strike.
Got that high pitch. He wanted it, he needed it, and he got the call.
Pearson from the stretch with the 3-1. It's just a touch high and outside of the zone. A 5-pitch walk to Becker to lead things off here in the 6th. Pearson came into the game in the 5th inning, striking out Cole Sturgeon to get things done. After A.J. Clayton came out of the game with only 2/3 of an inning of work. Runner goes on the first pitch. It's high and away. The throw down to second on the bounce. Not in time from Owens to Massey. And it's a stolen base for Luke Becker.
That's a league, excuse me, a team leading stolen base to add to his total, giving him 14. He went on the first pitch.
1-0. This is down and away.
You know, we lost a base stealing legend. Tom Seaver passed away, and then Lou Brock passed away.
Both nicknamed the franchise.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Tom Terrific, Sweet Lou, whatever you want to call him, the franchise. You being a St. Louis guy, man, I tell you, Lou Brock set the standard. And in his final year of Major League play, came back and hit .304, won comeback player of the year, and says, hey, I'm going to go out on top. Seaver won 16 games his last season. So those guys, they quit with still gas in the tank.
Oh, sure. You don't find that a whole lot nowadays. Last player I can remember who did that is this is a shot deep to right field. You can kiss it goodbye. Lands on the roof of the Pepsi party deck, and it's a solo shot from Webb Little to extend the Leyendas lead 8-4 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, I tell you what, home runs have been at the premium tonight, boy. 4th bomb, 3rd by the Leyendas in the game, and that adds to the lead as Andrew described. It was right there. If you've been to the Whitaker Bank ballpark, you know where the Pepsi party deck's at. That's where that ball ended up.
That's Little's first home run on the season. It's a 2-run bomb. Give a 9-4 lead.
Second hit of the night, 2nd run score. He's driven in 2, so a good night of work for the designated hitter.
As Elmore takes a strike on the outside, 0-1. So Cole Cottom with the first home run of the night for the Leyendas in the 4th. Drew Ellis came up and hit one in the 5th. As this one skied to deep center field. Dancero going back, makes the catch near the track, 2 gone. So home run in the 4th by Cottom, one in the 5th by Ellis, a big one at that. And now here in the 6th, Webb Little with a 2-run shot. So 3 home runs in a row here in the middle 3rd of this game.
And then we got it all started off in the 1st inning. It was Florence Freedom that got a 3-run bomb from Cesar Trejo. So 4 long balls tonight collectively in this game.
So here's Ben Revere at the top of the order for the Leyendas. The first pitch to him, taken on the inside for a ball.
Boy, Pearson wanted that pitch. It must have been inside. He thought he had good location.
Revere singled and was driven home on that grand slam back in the 5th. 1-0. Fly ball, left field. Reese coming in on it, darting near the line. He lays out for it. It rolls past him into the corner. Extra bases for Revere as he's into second. Reese picks it up and guns it into third base to hold Revere there. Reese belly flopped near the line and it skipped right past him. Missed the ball by about a foot. And that's extra bases for Ben Revere. A double here in the 6th with only 1 away.
The outfield had him played, they were swinging around playing him to pull. The infield has played him to pull all night, with the shortstop shading up the middle and the second baseman playing toward the line at first. But in the outfield that time, they swung around and just a well-placed hit there.
So Revere now 2 for 4 on a solid piece of extra base hitting. First pitch to Cullen Large, taken low and outside on the corner, no balls and a strike. Large having a good night as well. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles and 2 runs.
Florence Freedom with more action in the bullpen. You can bet they know this is a hot lineup right now.
9-4 Leyendas in the bottom of the 6th, 0-1. And skied to over the rooftop down the first base line, 0-2 to Large. So Revere on the bags. He's at second base. 1 away, 0-2 to Large as the Leyendas have a 9-4 lead over the Freedom here in the 6th. Kenny Pearson, the lefty, comes set. Love at the waist, peeks back at Revere and comes forward with the 0-2. Liner right into the jumping glove of Wyatt. A throw back to the second base bag. Is it in time? No, it is not, says Chris Wood. Great reaction time there by Revere. It looked like both he and Massey were racing to the bag.
Yeah, Massey was on the same page. He was on the same page with his first baseman, Wyatt. It's just that he was playing deep in the hole and, as you said, was in a foot race. And the Freedom may be going to their bullpen again for their fourth pitcher of the night.
Wouldn't be surprised, as it looks like they're going to give him the call. We're going to take another break, tally up Kenny Pearson's numbers, and get some new info on the pitcher coming in for the Freedom. Leyenda's up 9-4. Be back in a moment. Kenny Pearson is retired after one total inning of work, giving up 2 hits, 2 runs that were both earned. Walked 1 and struck out 1. He's replaced by the 6'6", 225-pound righty Andrew McDonald, hailing from Cincinnati, so familiar territory to be wearing a Florence Freedom uniform. And with 2 gone and Ben Revere on the second base bag, Ellis steps up to the plate. 9-4 Leyendas here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch from McDonald. Off speed, catches the outer half of the zone, no balls and a strike. Ellis, of course, his last time up, hit a towering grand slam almost over the left field bleachers in the 5th to give the Leyendas a 7-4 lead. Webb Little hit a 2-run shot earlier in this inning to extend the lead to 9-4 as Ellis takes one down and away for strike 2.
Got a little cut fastball there. Ellis was looking, wanted to see one pitch from McDonald. I'm not so sure that second one fooled him.
Ellis, one of the more patient players at the plate, swings and misses on a high fastball, and that will do things here in the 6th. Top of the 7th coming up. Freedom showing E.P. Reese, Johnny Knight, and Brian Dansereau. Leyendas have a 9-4 lead on it. Back in a moment. Back inside Whitaker Bank Ballpark, Andrew Murphy and Joel Bennett with you as we head into the top of the 7th inning. Leyendas have a 9-4 lead over the Freedom that was extended on a 2-run homer to right field by Webb Little. Mike Housechild delivers the first pitch to E.P. Reese. It's a fastball down and in, taken for a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, Reese going to try to avoid the hat trick here. He's got 2 strikeout swingings tonight in his 2 plate appearances, and now finds himself even in the count at 1-1.
Yeah, he swung and missed on that low changeup from Mike Housechild, who through 1 inning of work has struck out a batter. Done not a whole lot else as the Freedom were put down in order. Last time up, swing and a miss on a changeup down and away to E.P. Reese. It's a pitcher's 1-2 count. Nobody on, nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Leyendas with a 9-4 lead. Housechild working from the stretch. Drops the glove to the waist and deals the 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outer half. Strikeout number 2 on the night for Mike Housechild as E.P. Reese sits down looking.
Yeah, he couldn't avoid the hat trick. That's 3 strikeouts in a row by Reese, and Housechild doing what they want you to do. Pitch them soft, down and away. You throw them hard, up and in. And he's in here. He's in here for a few innings of work with Westcott standing to win. And Housechild in here doing what he needs to do. He's retired 4 in a row.
Here's another guy wearing the collar tonight. Johnny Knight, the DH 0 for 2, takes a strike on the lower third. Like a change up there again by Housechild. Knight flied out to center field in the 2nd inning and grounded into a 6-3 put out in the 4th. Righty-righty matchup. Knight with an open stance, just beyond shoulder width. Waving the bat up and down above his right shoulder softly, 0-1. Called strike 2, 93 on the gun to the outer half. Nothing in 2 quickly to Johnny Knight. And Housechild, like Westcott earlier on in the game, taking virtually not a lot of time between pitches. Caught him setting up low and away. Nothing in 2 tonight, the delivery. Cottom was set up in the right place, but it missed the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes on another changeup.
Trying to expand the strike zone there on a guy that's struggling tonight. As you mentioned, he's 0 for 2. Trying to get him to be aggressive and expand that strike zone and chase down in the dirt. Didn't do it. You can afford that with a big lead and the base is empty.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on a breaking ball downstairs. 2 straight strikeouts for Housechild and 3 on the night as Johnny Knight bats the breeze. 2 gone.
Yeah, Housechild, a big guy. Mentioned from, where was it, Cincinnati? Is he from?
Housechild's from Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio. Close, yeah. He's went to the University of Dayton. A big guy, man. He struck out, 3 of the 5 he's faced. And he's got some good momentum going.
Now got 18 total strikeouts on the season. Let's see what he does with Brian Dancero at the plate, who swings and misses at a low changeup to the outside. It's 0-1.
So good to pitch ahead. I mean, there's no secret to that. Housechild working exclusively from the stretch, even with the bases empty.
0-1. Popped up right side, drifting into foul territory down the right field line, and it bounces into the stands. 0-2.
Yeah, the hardest hit ball off Housechild was that sinking liner that Drew Ellis picked off his shoe tops to end the inning, but he's been striking them out. Housechild
fires the 0-2. Another foul ball, this time hit over the stables down the right field line. Dancero 1 for 2. He had a single and was stranded at third in the 2nd inning. His last time up in the 5th, he grounded into a 5-3 putout.
He hasn't been that busy in center field for the Freedom. He's made 2 putouts.
0-2. Swung on, chopped just fair up the middle as it's bobbled by Housechild, but a toss to first. The side is retired.
Yeah, I guess that's one unassisted. The umpire threw up his hands, meaning that Desro had gone out of the baseline, but 3 up, 3 down. Hey, and I tell you what, Housechild retired 6 in a row, all 6 he's faced.
Well, as the Freedom go down in order, it's stretch time here at Whitaker Bank Ballpark. Leyendas with a 9-4 lead, and they come back up to bat in the bottom of the 7th. Stay tuned. 9-4 Leyendas as we head into the bottom of the 7th inning. I had a good stretch. Sure hope you did as well. Cole Cottom will lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th. He is 3 for 3 tonight. First pitch to him. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball low and away, 0-1. Cottom, of course, the highlight of his offensive efforts tonight was a 3-run homer in the 4th inning to tie things up in this game. Solo shot by the Freedom would give them the lead, but soon after, Drew Ellis came up and hit a grand slam as the pitch is outside and low to Cottom, so it's 1-1. As I was mentioning, that grand slam by Drew Ellis gave the Leyendas a lead, and they've held on to it and extended it even further ever since. So 9-4 here in the bottom of the 7th, 1-1 to the catcher, Cole Cottom. And the pitch. This is high and in. Andrew McDonald still on the mound. Delivers that pitch. The count is 2-1 to Cole Cottom.
3 for 3, driven in 3, as you mentioned. Plus, you can't really say shut down the Freedom running game, but he did throw out 2 runners. They haven't had base runners on other than the 2-run homer since he threw them out.
2-1, half a swing. Fouled off down the first baseline. It's 2-2.
That's all you can ask, man. They tried to steal twice on you, and you threw them both out.
And the other, Cottom's an exceptional defensive catcher. His pop time's good. The throws are accurate. And he's very good at keeping baseballs in front of him, 2-2. This down and away rather, 3 balls and 2 strikes. You can't ask for a whole lot more from a catcher.
No, he's played that position well, and he's batting in the number 4 spot. DHs every once in a while when he needs a break.
McDonald with the 3-2. Ground ball hit hard to the left side. Massey at short, scoops it up, sets and fires to first, 1 away.
Yeah, I mentioned Cottom as a DH occasionally when he's not catching. Your thoughts? Nationally brought it in this year. I'm not a big fan of it. I still like the pitcher.
Yeah, it's always fun to see a pitcher crank one into the seats, but I think strategically, just moving forward as the game gets bigger and stronger and faster, from the player's perspective, from the pitcher's perspective especially, it's a good move so that they can focus solely on pitching. Of course, it adds to the strategy of the game in the National League as the first pitch is swung on and missed by higher. But again, there are good and bad sides to it depending on the perspective from which you view.
Yeah, and I would look at it conversely, that I'd rather put that manager in a position, am I going to pull this guy because he's batting next? He's leading off my inning.
Chopper left side into the glove of Cedillo near the line. He fires to first for out number 2. 2 quick ground outs here in the bottom of the 7th.
In the double switch, that if you don't have the pitcher in there, that's almost non-existent. So pulling out a guy late in the and maybe not even late in the game, 5th or 6th inning, he's coming up to bat, but he's pitching good. It puts the manager a little, but it does extend careers. Guys make a living swinging a bat.
That it does. And imagine, just to play devil's advocate, not to start a full-fledged argument with you here, as this one is lined hard into left center field. Cole Sturgeon is aboard with a 2-out single.
His first hit of the night.
Yes. But just, even in the context of the argument, imagine how different things would be in the American League if there wasn't a DH.
I think a Big Poppy comes right to mind.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not much of a career for him. He started playing at first base pretty regularly, but then transitioned into the DH spot.
Edgar Martinez.
Yeah, there you go. There's so many guys whose lives would have been so differently affected if the DH weren't present in the American League. And there's a called strike 2.
Another
one to Luke Becker.
MLB rule. What about extra innings, putting that runner at second base?
Having seen that at the minor league level for upwards of 2 years now, I think it, again, it's one of those things, as that one's taken outside for ball 1. I think it has its drawbacks and it has its advantages.
Yeah, I do too.
If you're somebody who doesn't like the game drawing on for 20 innings,
right,
then it's a good thing. And the other good thing is it brings more strategy into or not more, just a different type of strategy, as he took that one low and in, 2 balls and a strike. But again, I see no real problem with it. Now, whether it'll make a difference at the major league level as opposed to the minor league level, I mean, there's still a lot of details to hash out there. Especially, it's going to have to pass um, the
rules
players
committee,
the rules committee, the players union. As that one's taken outside 3 balls and a strike. But again, I think there are benefits and drawbacks to it.
Yeah, and I think it was a conditioning issue this year. Your pitchers, you don't want to just exhaust your bullpens. Guys weren't really sure when they were playing, when their season would get going. So, I'm like you, I don't have a problem with it.
That one's low and away. It's 5-pitch walk to Luke Becker. But again, it's kind of like we mentioned earlier with the pitchers. It's always fun to see a pitcher come up and do something that he's not normally accustomed to doing. It's the same thing goes when a team does exhaust its bullpen, although that can have adverse effects for them down the stretch for the next couple of games. It is always fun to see a guy like, for instance, there was a long game that the Cardinals played a few years back. Yadier Molina came in to pitch, and I was like, oh, he finds himself 60 feet 6 inches away from where he normally is. And those are the kinds of little things in baseball that certainly don't go unnoticed, but it takes that sort of setting to make those types of things possible. As the first pitch to Webb Little misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Webb Little, of course, with a home run in the 6th, the 2-run shot. Gave the Legends a 9-4 lead. 1-0 tipped into Owens' glove, and the count is even at a ball and a strike.
Yeah, Webb Little, he's wearing that DH role good tonight. 2 for 3, 2 hits, 2 runs scored, and 2 RBIs.
How about that first home run of the season as well? His twin brother, Webb Little, or Sam Little rather. That one's taken outside, 2 balls and a strike. Brother Sam already has 1 home run, so they're evened up in that category. Nine to 4 Legends with 2 runners on the bags and 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 balls and a strike. McDonald with the pitch. Well outside. Owens had to reach to his left for that one, and the count moves to 3-1.
Try not to distract you much more, but
I'm loving the conversation.
The final rule that you got to discuss, where a relief pitcher must face at least 3 batters.
I don't like that one.
Well, it takes away what do they call these guys, the left-hand specialists?
Yeah. I don't like that one. I think that takes the freedom away for managers to make decisions as they see fit in the context of the game, as that one is fouled over the rooftop to fill things up at 3-2.
Yeah, they'll be off and running here with runners at first and second, full count and 2 out. Everybody will be in motion here.
Per your question, though, I don't think that one will. I don't know. I don't like it. 3-2 fouled off as the runners go, but they'll travel back to their original positions.
Yeah,
it's been implemented already, but I hope that there is some sort of movement down the road to eliminate that.
Yeah, I think it was all brought in to speed up the game because you got guys making good money and they want to play. And
3-2 is jacked to deep right center field. Dancero and Trejo going at it. Dancero makes the catch near the track, and that'll retire the side and end the inning here in the 7th. So Leanda's strand a pair on the base paths. The score 0. They still hold a 9-4 lead over the Freedom. Freedom back up in the 8th with Lucas Owens, Craig Massey, and Simon Whiteman. Baseball back in a moment on the Legends Broadcast Network. Back inside Whitaker Bank Ballpark, top of the 8th coming at you. Land is up 9-4 over the Freedom. Enter the lawnmower. Robbie Ross Jr. heaves one down the middle for a called strike one to Lucas Owens.
93 on that fastball. That's a good way to say welcome.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, good evening here.
That one's tipped away. The high slider, it looked like. Robbie Ross shows 3 pitches, a fastball, slider, and a curveball. He had 14 1/3 innings pitched this year, gave up 9 hits, 6 runs, 3 of which were earned. He's walked 5 batters and struck out a whopping 21 with an ERA of 1.88. 0-2. Called strike 2 on the outer half.
Now we can call that one good morning, good afternoon, and good night. That was a taken call, strike 3. Yeah, that stat line you read on Robbie Ross, that's getting it done, man.
So Lucas Owens goes down, and that's strikeout number 22 on the season for Robbie Ross. And here's Craig Massey, the top of the order for the Freedom. Takes one downstairs for strike 1. Nice looking curveball, maybe a slider there.
A lot of offense tonight, 13 runs and 18 hits combined.
Yes, sir. 0-1, misses the outside corner. There was the slider. 1 ball and 1 strike. Craig Massey put 1 run on the board on a solo shot back in the 5th. 1-1. Called strike 2, 94 on the gun on the outer half of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Robbie Ross Jr., the Lexington native, deals a 1-2. Lined hard, fouled over the rooftop down the third baseline. Robbie Ross, of course, attended Lexington Christian Academy. Was the 2nd round pick by the Texas Rangers in the June amateur draft in 2008. His 5 years of major league experience. Swing and a miss on the outside off-speed pitch. There's strikeout number 2 on the night for the lawnmower. Foul tip, rather. I always miss those. Massey still looking at a 1-2 count. And the pitch. Swinging a foul tip again. Back to the screen.
Yeah, when you said back to the screen, it came directly back. If you're a pitcher, when that happens, that's telling you that guy's on me. So you either move his eye level, try to go up maybe.
1-2 on the way. Ground ball left side. Becker at short scoops it up and fires it over the glove of Heyer at first. So it's an error by the shortstop, Luke Becker. And Craig Massey is aboard with 1 out here in the 8th.
Heyer was glued to that bag and wanted to try to make a stretch more so than jump and get the ball. Throw was wide. You are correct.
Here's Simon Whiteman, the righty. First pitch to him. Curveball. Nicked the outside edge. 0-1. 9-4 Leyendas here in the top of the 8th.
Quite a fruitful strike zone call right there. I'm sure Ross will take it.
0-1. It's high and away on a fastball. 92 miles an hour there. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Leyendas have used 3 pitchers in this ball game. Florence Freedom, they've put 4 up to the pitching mound.
Ross the 1-1. Curveball, missed down and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. Whiteman 1 for 3 this evening with a single and a run in the first. He flied out in the 3rd, grounded out in the 5th. Ross comes set with a pitch from Cottom. Drops the glove to his waist and deals the 2-1. Grounder back up the middle. It rolls into center field, and it's a 1-out single for Simon Whiteman to advance Craig Massey to scoring position at second base.
And the hits keep coming.
Good piece of right back at you hitting by Simon Whiteman. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Chad Cedillo. One gone, 2 men on here at the top of the 8th. 9-4 Leyendas. And the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss. And a wave at that outside slider. And the count is 0-1.
Yeah, good velocity on that secondary pitch. Chad Cedillo hitless tonight. He reached one time on an error. He'd like to produce here with 2 on and 1 out.
0-1 pitch. Called strike 2. Fastball to the outside.
Hit a spot right there. Nice frame job, too.
Ross steps off, steps back on now, looking in towards Cottom. Up at the knee. Now he drops it to his waist, and the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Downstairs. Lawnmower strikes again. Chad Cedillo bats the breeze for out number 2 here in the top of the 8th.
Yeah, that was some aggressive free swinging by Chad Cedillo. He wasn't up there to look at pitches.
So 2 gone now, 2 on. Logan Wyatt, first baseman, takes his place on the left side. First pitch from Ross. Fastball on the inner half, 0-1.
You're right, he pumps strikes, no doubt about that.
Ross readies up. Now the 0-1 from the stretch. Just a bit inside there, evens up the count of the ball and a strike.
He missed his spot. Cottom jumped outside, wanted to work him off the plate, and Ross actually came back in, missed inside. Now the Florence Freedom, they're 3 and 4 hitters without a hit tonight. Unlike the Leyendas, they've come up with 7 RBIs and 2 runs scored between their 3 and 4 hitters.
1-1. Breaker nicked the lower third, and the count is 1-2. One-two pitch. Just missed the zone, up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Looked like pretty good plate coverage there. As you mentioned, must have been up in the zone.
9-4 Leyendas here in the top of the 8th. 2 runners on, 2 gone. Bobby Ross on the mound. Wyatt at the plate looking at a 2-2 count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Wyatt took a cut and whiffed at that outside breaking ball. There's 3 strikeouts for Robbie Ross Jr., stranding 2. Leyenda's up 9-4, and they're back up to bat in the bottom of the 8th. Duran Elmo, Ben Revere, and Cullen Large. Baseball back in a moment on the Legends Broadcast Network. Leyenda's back up to bat here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Duran Elmore will lead things off as Leyenda's have a 9-4 lead over the Florence Freedom. And Leyenda's stranded 2 runners last inning, but the middle 3 innings of this game were the most offensively prosperous. Cole Cottom, Drew Ellis, and Webb Little with big home runs to take us where we are here in the 8th. And the first pitch to Elmore is taken on the outside for a strike. Elmore, however, wearing the collar this evening with 3 flyouts. Righty-righty matchup as McDonald deals the 0-1. Lined hard, but foul down the first base line and into the seats. It's 0-2. Robbie Ross Jr. on the mound. The top of the 8th inning for the Leyendas.
And the Leyendas have some activity in the bullpen again this inning.
Yes, as I was saying there, Robbie Ross Jr. had 3 swinging strikeouts. Left 2 runners on, 0-2. That'll bean Elmore on the left hip, and he'll take first base, being hit by that pitch to lead things off here in the bottom of the 8th.
Boy, McDonald sure didn't want that. You put a leadoff runner on base with a free pass there after you had him at no balls and 2 strikes, and it's going to open up some opportunities for Ben Revere, who has come up with hits his last 2 plate appearances.
Yes, he has. He's 2 for 4 on the night with a double his last time up. He singled and scored in the 5th, grounded out in the 3rd, and flied out in the 1st. And the first pitch to the lefty. And right down the middle on a changeup, 0-1. Revere, of course, one of the quite a few players here in Lexington, both between the Leyendas and Legends, with major league experience. 0-1, skips away from the catcher Owens to his right, and Elmore advances to second base. He gets there on a pass ball. The count moves to 1-1 on that fastball that ran low and inside and ultimately skipped away from Owens. So Elmore is at scoring position. 9-4 Leyendas here with still nobody out in the bottom of the 8th, and Ben Revere, lefty, opens up his stance shoulder width, but taking up most of the box on the left side. McDonald, the righty, with a close eye on Elmore, instead delivers a changeup up and away. 2 balls and a strike to Revere.
2 hits in his last 2 plate appearances, seeing the ball well. He's got a good hitter's count here. You mentioned major league experience. Had a really good career.
He's out here still trying to get looks and find somebody who will sign him, and he's proven himself on this. He's been on both sides of the plate. He's flipped quite a few times this evening as he's facing a right-handed hitter. Now batting on the left side. Still nobody out. Revere on the first base bag. He's got a short lead with Wyatt covering. Now the first pitch to Large. Well away, and that skips past Owens, rolls to the backstop. Revere is aboard at second base. Second pass ball pitched to Jake Owens by McDonald.
Second in the inning, 3rd on the game, and these guys trying to get their signals squared away. 10 runs for the Leyendas here. Now, am I mistaken, or was there former promo where if they scored 10 runs, was there something connected with, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking something else.
Yes, I believe if it was 10, might have been 10 strikeouts. Because that one's taken outside.
I don't know, pizza or something.
Yeah, La Rosa's Pizza. No, it was 10 hits. It was some promotion with La Rosa's Pizza.
Yeah, they got the 10 runs tonight on 13 hits. The Leyendas do. They committed 2 errors.
2 balls and no strikes to Large. Pitch is fouled up and over the rooftop behind home. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, Large, he's 2 for 4. Sandwiched 2 singles and scored twice in between a fly out his first time up and a line out to third. Sandwiched 2 singles in there in those 4 at bats.
2-1. Runs outside, moves the count to 3-1. So Large can relax here.
Yeah, Florence Freedom, they've used 4 pitchers. They've got more activity now in the bullpen as a right-hander gets up and starts throwing.
Yeah, now the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got out in front of it just a bit too early on that fastball upstairs. Now a full count at 3-2. Now the payoff pitch. Hard hit fly ball, but foul. Well over the triple play zone in left field.
A little late on the swing, had a good idea. Now, anything hit to the right side with Revere's speed, it's going to move him to third. So even if you get an out, you move and pick up a base and a chance to score even another add-on run.
Payoff. It's a high pitch taken for ball 4. Large moves to first base.
They're going to come out and talk to McDonald. I don't know if they're going to make a move, but the manager comes, he emerges from the dugout.
It's a tough situation indeed. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Already 1 run scored. Duran Elmore came home on the Ben Revere single.
You got a dangerous hitter coming up, Andrew. Drew Ellis. Grand slam home run tonight. He's coming up with runners on base. I doubt that the manager had to remind him of that.
You never really get an inside listen as to what's going on down there. I wouldn't bet my money on it though, but you never know, man.
But sometimes they might say, hey, I know it's a tough time, but listen, you're going to have to gut it out. We got to play 2 more games, 3 more this week. And we've used 4 pitchers, and you know, you think I'm going to come get you. Listen, I'm out here to tell you I'm behind you, but you're going to have to gut it out.
Sometimes it's tough love that needs to be worked out there. As the first pitch to Ellis is swung on and missed. Nice little changeup outside. And Ellis, of course, 2 for 4 with a grand slam and a double in the 4th to contribute to that Cole Cottom 3-run shot. Ellis has struck out swinging twice. He bats the breeze that time on a breaker to the outside. It's quickly 0-2.
So if McDonald ever needed a punch out, he needs one now.
Well, he's up on the count 0-2, and as he hunches in towards his catcher, Owens for the sign. Ellis readies up. Ellis, one of the calmer batters on this Leyenda's roster.
He does have
roster too.
Yeah.
It's poked foul down the first base line and into the stands.
You're right. His posture at the plate, his approach just seems calm.
Very relaxed, very determined, very adamant to find that pitch, and he certainly did, of course, back in the 5th. It was right in his wheelhouse. On the inner half of the plate down the middle, 0-2 pitch. Lifted high in the air on the infield.
Yeah.
As the shortstop Massey comes in and puts him away, 1 gone.
Yeah, that infield fly rule, I mean, batter was out regardless, but you can hear Massey, the shortstop, telling McDonald, the pitcher, get away. I got it.
So Ellis pops it up into the infield, and will bring up the catcher, Cole Cottom, also had a home run. That was to tie things up at 3 back in the 4th.
Yeah, Cottom's 3 for 4 tonight, driven in 3, scored a run, and played very well behind the plate, handled the pitching staff well, and he's thrown out 2 base runners trying to steal.
First pitch to the righty. Breaker missed up and in. Nope, 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, they're coming after you, man.
Yeah, I was going to say.
If you're going to hand it over to me,
I got to get out of here.
And get an early start for the gate, Andrew, they're coming after you, man.
Yeah.
If you're going to hand it over. Not the loot, the mic. Just put that money back in your pocket. I don't care where it came from.
One-0. All strike 1 inside on a changeup to the righty Cottom. Cottom, former UK Wildcat. Alongside the on-deck man Luke Heyer and the shortstop Luke Becker.
I'm sure McDonald would like to get a rollover double play here, a ground ball if he could get one.
One misses a touch inside.
I'd say that's about right, about a touch. It looked like pretty good location.
3 balls, no strikes.
Well, we'll see if McDonald's a benefactor of that manager's pep talk. They've already scored 1 this inning, and the Legends threatening to add more. The Leyendas, rather.
3-0. Fouled away. Man, if I had $1 for every time I have mixed up the two, I'd be a rich man.
Nah, I think you're hard on yourself.
You're absolutely right about that. But this week's better. It was the first week when the Legends went to Florence. It's especially bad when the Leyendas and Legends are playing each other.
I enjoyed that game. Yeah.
Oh,
when
yeah.
I was here with you. It's interesting.
2-2.
Nice pitch.
Swung on. He went around on a late breaking curveball. That'll retire Cole Cottom. 2 gone. It was a beautiful pitch, as you mentioned.
Yeah, delayed call by the umpire. Didn't really, if you're the pitcher, you like to hear him ring him up. But McDonald 1 out away from now, trying to wiggle off this hook, but he may get the hook as manager emerges from the dugout again. Second trip in the inning. He's going out, so after giving up the run that put 10 of those runs on the board for the Leyendas, after McDonald gave up the run, he comes back and gets back-to-back outs, but he will succumb to the bullpen as they bring in a new arm.
So we're going to take a short break here as this new pitcher will warm up for the Freedom. Leyenda's up 10-4 with 2 gone. Back in a moment. New pitcher on the mound for the Freedom with 2 gone here in the bottom of the 8th. That's Nathan Gilman, the righty. He now faces Luke Heyer, who takes one low and away for ball 1. Ten to 4 Leyendas here in the bottom of the 8th. Ready Heyer, ready's up in an open stance, just beyond shoulder width. This one's fouled down the third base line and leaving things up, a ball and a strike. Heyer wearing the collar tonight, grounded out his last time up in the 7th. Flied out in the 5th, struck out swinging in the 4th, and flied out to get his night started in the 2nd.
Who was our guy that was on the mound?
Somebody on the broadcast corrected us. We had him listed as Andrew McDonald on the roster, as that one's taken low at 2 balls and a strike. Thank you, Lisa Engelman, for pointing that out.
Well, unofficially, I had the big righty with a 1 2/3 inning, gave up 1 hit, 1 strikeout, 1 run. It was earned. He hit a batter and walked 2. Seemed like he got the job done late, but he pitched in, he had stressful at-bats.
This one is skied high to left field. Reese coming in on it, sets up shop, and makes the catch. The side is retired. That pitcher was Matt Wrights on the mound, thanks to Lisa Engelman, who was adamant to let us know in all caps. 10-4 Leyendas as we head into the top of the 9th inning here at Whitaker Bank Ballpark. Back in a moment. Top of the 9th inning here at Whitaker Bank Ballpark. Leyendas are 3 outs away, taking a victory over the Freedom. They lead things 10-4. Leyendas lead things over the Freedom 10-4. Lincoln Hensman on the mound for the Leyendas deals a first pitch ball low and away to leadoff man Cesar Trejo. Robbie Ross retired after 1 inning, giving up only 1 hit, striking out 3 batters to retire the side. 1-0, caught the corner on the outside to even things up at a ball and a strike. Hensman, 6'2", 205 pounds, the righty of the University of Louisville. The 4th round pick by the Chicago White Sox in the 2017 MLB draft. Throws a 2-seamer, a cutter, and a changeup. 1-1. It's a fastball low and away, missing the corner. 2 balls and a strike to Cesar Trejo, who is 2 for 3 with a 3-run shot in the first, a single in the 4th, and he lined out to 3rd in the 6th. The 2-1 from Hensman. Popped up high in the air, but foul down the right field line, and the count moves even at 2-2. A lot of sirens in the background tonight. Are you sure they're not coming for you?
I tell you, man, I don't know.
You can take the loot. We can split the cuts however we want
thought
later.
you were gonna hand it off to me and then make a getaway.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Cesar Trejo. Hensman kicks and fires. Jack swung on one upstairs. Did he go around? Chris Wood down the first base line says no, and so the count moves full at 3-2. 10-4 Leyendas with nobody out, nobody on the bags. Lincoln Hensman beginning what will hopefully be his only inning of work tonight. And he deals the 3-2. Swing and a miss on a low cutter. And Trejo goes down swinging for out number 1. Strikeout number 10 on the season for Lincoln Hensman.
That's number 10 on the night for Leyenda's pitching as well. It's been an offensive game 14 runs on 20 hits collectively. Leyenda's coming back twice in this ball game.
First one to the lefty, E.P. Reese, taken on the inner half for a strike. Is that fastball? 94 miles an hour. His two-seamer tops out at 95. We've seen 96, though, before. That's where he says it typically tops out, though. 0-1. That's the lower third. You're excused. It's 0-2.
Well, I was looking here. Reese, he struck out 3 times.
Oh, 2. Swung on, chopped, foul down the third base line. And he digs back in on the left side, facing the righty, Lincoln Hensman. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball chopped to the right side, higher with the glove on it. The covering Hensman steps on the bag in time for out number 2. Looked like that one was going to be close as Hensman began to hesitate running into the bag, but he beat out E.P. Reese on the race down there. So 2 gone now on a 3-1 put out.
Fundamental baseball, man. That's a play that they do in spring training all the time. Pitcher cover first. You finish your pitch, your follow through, ground ball to that side, hustle over, get to the foul line, run up the line. And you got to be led by the first baseman. Heyer did a good job with that.
Hensman with the first one tonight, taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Johnny Knight 0 for 3 this evening with a strikeout, a ground out, and a fly out.
And the Leyenda's 1 out away from getting a win tonight.
10-4 the score here in the top of the ninth. 0-1.
Pitcher record would be Zach Westcott, the starter, who went 5 innings. So he's in line to get his win. 5 innings of work, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, struck out 3, walked 1. He's got a 1-3 record, looking for that second one if they can nail it down with 1 out here in the night, 2 out here in the ninth.
Hensman now 1 strike away. The 0-2 pitch. That's high and away. 96 on the gun there. Told you he'd top out at 96. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Johnny Knight.
These guys bring the heat late. Maybe you're a little fatigued. Maybe the bat's a little slower. Don't speed that bat up. Bring the heat.
1-2. Taking on the inside, evening up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Some of these power pitchers look at it a little differently. Clemens used to keep his hard stuff for late, where some of them would show it early.
2-2 taken low and away. Count is full at 3-2. That's taken outside for ball 4.
No, it's called strike 3.
Called strike 3.
Rung him up.
Rung him up, and the Leyendas take this game 10-4 on a delayed strike 3 call by home plate umpire Jason Tice. So Hensman out to finish things up as the Leyendas take a 10-4 game over the Florence Freedom. And as you mentioned earlier on in this inning, this game was dominated by offense, Joel.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Started in the first inning with Florence Freedom jumping out to an early 3-run lead on a 3-run Trejo home run. But it didn't take long. There was some scoreless innings there. The Leyendas come back and tie it, and on a home run. So yeah, there were 4 home runs hit collectively tonight. 3 by the Leyendas, 1 by the Florence Freedom. And yeah, you got 20 hits in the game collectively, and a 10-4 Leyendas win tonight.
I think the MVP award has to go to my man Drew Ellis for that towering grand slam to left field that certainly pulled the momentum in the Leyendas direction. I mean, you know, that was sort of the
he blew it open.
Yeah, he blew it open. It was the end-all, be-all, so to speak, as the Freedom had nothing to answer with for the rest of the game. And, of course, that was also due to successful bullpen for the Leyendas. Housechild came out with 2 innings of work, 3 strikeouts. Robbie Ross with 3 strikeouts of his own, and then Lincoln Hensman came in to clean things up in the 9th. And just an overall just well-pitched game for sure.
Yeah, the back end of the bullpen, you bring up a good point. You think it was dominated with the hitting, and it was. Cole Cottom 3-hit night tonight.
Yes.
He had a 3-run bomb that tied it in the 4th. He had a 3-hit night. We mentioned he threw out a couple of runners, but Drew Ellis again drove in 4, scored 2, and a 2-for-5 night. And let me go back to that bullpen you were talking about. The Leyendas got 4 innings of relief pitching, and it was solid, giving up what'd they give up in that run there? They gave up no runs in the 4 innings, and they struck out 9 batters, or make that 8 batters. So that's getting it done with your bullpen. The 3 guys that pitched in relief. 2 innings for Housechild, 1 for Ross, and then Hensman cleans it up. Those guys gave up 1 hit collectively, struck out 8 in a total.
Leyendas get it done on both sides of the ball. That's going to do it for us here in the press box at Whitaker Bank Ballpark. For Joel Bennett, I'm Andrew Murphy saying so long. Leyendas take this game 10-4. Good night, everybody.